Dear students, in this video, we will learn the dimensional analysis, Reynolds number and Nusselt number. But before that, I would like to request you all like, share and subscribe this channel. The dimensional analysis is basically not the part of the heat transfer. You have learned this thing in detail in fluid mechanics subject. So the question is, what is dimensional analysis, where it is applicable? The convective heat transfer is complex phenomenon. Therefore, we will use the dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis means we use the unit MLT theta for solving the problem. Right. So let's start. Dimensional analysis is a mathematical technique where we make the use of study of dimensions for solving the complex engineering problems. In case of convection, we know that the convective heat transfer coefficient or convective heat transfer depends on many parameters like fluid properties, means conductivity, specific heat, density, then fluid velocity, geometry, surface roughness, orientation, types of flow, right? So if we consider all these parameters, it is very difficult to calculate the heat transfer by the convection. Therefore, we use the dimensional analysis as we have used the same thing in fluid mechanics, right? So here, each physical phenomenon can be expressed by the equation which gives the relation between different quantities, right? Conductivity, convective heat ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट, देन डेंसिटी, जो भी अलग अलग क्वांटिटीज है उसके बीच में कुछ रिलेशन एस्टेब्लिश करना है, राइट? एंड फॉर दैट वी यूज द डायमेंशन और यूनिट्स, राइट? So this study is based on the dimensional homogeneity. And what is the use? The use is to derive the rational formula for the flow, then to derive the equation expressed in terms of non-dimensional parameters. Now you have studied the non-dimensional parameters, Reynolds number, Nusselt number, Prandtl number. We will see all this in detail to derive the equation expressed in terms of non-dimensional parameters to show the signification of each. Means what is the signification of Reynolds number, Nusselt number. We will discuss all these things. And to plan the model test and present the experimental result. So for this purpose, we use the dimensional analysis. And in convective heat transfer, we will use these three numbers: Nusselt number, Reynolds number, and Prandtl number. Now let's start with the Reynolds number. Reynolds number is connected with the type of fluid flow. You studied all these things in fluid mechanics, right? There is a two type of flow. One is laminar flow, and the second one is a turbulent flow. Some flows are smooth and orderly, while other are chaotic. There is high disorder, right? The smooth flow where particles moves in particular order is known as laminar flow. Highly disordered fluid motion that typically occurred at a high velocity is known as a turbulent flow. Now here you can see that if we consider the transparent pipe having some flow of liquid, here we have blue colored ink or dye. If the flow is laminar, we can see the streamline. But if the velocity is high, there may be some disturbance, and if we increase the velocity further, there will be a disorder in a flow. So this flow is known as a turbulent flow. This phenomenon was explained by Reynolds. What is Reynolds number? Reynolds number is the inertia force by viscous force. Inertia force is a force which is responsible for the motion. Viscous force is the kind of resistance. So here you can see the equation. Just remember that Reynolds number is equal to rho VL by mu. Rho is the density, V is the velocity, L is the characteristic length, and mu is the viscosity. If we consider the mu by rho, then it is the nu. Nu is the kinematic viscosity. Characteristic length. Here the L is not length. L is the characteristic length. What is characteristic length? Characteristic length is equal to 4 into cross section area divided by perimeter. For example, if we have rectangular duct and flow is through that duct, the cross section area is L into B, right? And perimeter means L plus B into 2. So for this duct, characteristic length LE or DE is equal to 2LB divided by L plus B. For the different area, you will get the different equation. But don't worry for all these things. You will not get this kind of examples. So we have discussed that these numbers are used for the physical signification. So what is the physical signification? Now this one is the most IMP question. Discuss the physical signification of various number. Let's start with the first, Reynolds number. Now we know that Reynolds number is a ratio of inertia force to the viscous force. RE shows the relationship between inertia and viscous force. Now what happen if value of Reynolds number is high? It means value of inertia force is high and viscous force is low. So high RE means greater the inertia force and smaller the viscous force, and that leads to the turbulent flow. The value of RE at which flow become turbulent is known as critical Reynolds number. Initially, if we keep the velocity very much low, the flow is laminar. But if we increase the velocity at particular value of Reynolds number, flow become turbulent. So that Reynolds number is known as critical Reynolds number. Reynolds number contributes an important criteria for the kinematic and dynamic similarity in a force convection. Means for the given field of the same RE, velocity and turbulent pattern would be same. Means if we are conducting some experiment for the particular object or particular shape, and RE is same for the smaller shape and for the bigger shape, then we can say that the velocity pattern and turbulent pattern for the both of these would be same. So this is the signification of the Reynolds number. Again, inertia force is responsible for the motion. Viscous force is resistance to the motion. If the Reynolds number is high, flow is turbulent. If the value of Reynolds number is less, flow is laminar. And at which the laminar flow is converted into the turbulent flow, the value of Reynolds number is known as critical Reynolds number. Now next is a Nusselt number. You can see the profile of Professor William Nusselt. Nusselt number. Now Nusselt number is very important for the heat flow through the convection. Nusselt number is equal to HL by K. H is convective heat transfer coefficient. L is characteristic length. Remember, L is not geometric length, it is a characteristic length. In Reynolds number also, L or D, whatever we write, it is a characteristic length or characteristic diameter. So Nusselt number is equal to HL by K, conductivity of the fluid. So if we rearrange the term, we can rearrange like L by Ka and 1 by Ha. Now we know that L by Ka is the thermal resistance to the conduction. And similarly, 1 by Ha is a thermal resistance to the convection. So what is the signification? If Nusselt number is high, then thermal resistance to the conduction is high and convection resistance is low. Means heat is transferred by the convection, or we can say that if the Nusselt number is high, it is favorable condition for the convection. Again I am repeating, why if Nusselt number is high, then heat is transferred through the convection? Because now if Nusselt number is high, the thermal resistance of the conduction resistance is high, means less heat transfer by the convection resistance is low, means high heat transfer by the convection. Now for understanding the signification, let's consider one fluid element. Here the surface temperature is T1 and here the surface temperature is T2. The length of fluid element is L. Heat is transferred from higher temperature to the lower temperature. T2 is higher, T1 is lower. So consider the fluid layer of thickness L and the temperature difference is delta T. Now if fluid is stagnant, heat is transferred by the conduction. We know that if there is no motion, then heat is transferred by pure conduction. If there is a motion, heat is transferred by the convection. Sorry, here it is convection. If there is a motion, heat is transferred to the convection, right? So in both case, heat flux is defined as Q convection is equal to H delta T. Remember, it is heat flux means heat transfer per unit area, and Q conduction is K del T by L as per the Fourier law. So we can define the Nusselt number as ratio of heat flux of convection by heat flux of conduction, H delta T by KL into delta T. So delta T is common, so we are cancelling delta T. So Nusselt number is equal to HL by K, and we can define the Nusselt number as ratio of heat flux by the convection under the unit temperature gradient. Here delta T is 1, delta T is 1 under the unit temperature gradient to the heat flux by conduction under the unit temperature gradient over the thickness L. So Nusselt number may be defined as it is the ratio of heat flux by the convection under the unit temperature gradient to the heat flux by conduction under the unit temperature gradient over the length L. Now, larger value of Nusselt number means enhanced heat transfer by convection in fluid layer. If Nusselt number is equal to 1, then the heat transfer by pure conduction. So Nusselt number is convenient measure for the H, right? In all examples, for calculating the H, we need to calculate Nu. If we get the value of Nu, we can get the value of H, and then after we can use the Newton's law of cooling. Q is equal to HA delta T. So examples of the convective heat transfer coefficient are very simple. You need to calculate H, and for H, you need to calculate Nu. Right? We know that Nu is equal to HL by K. So H is proportional to K and H is proportional to 1 upon L. Remember, L is a characteristic length. Now in GTU exam, you need to write up to this only, right? But there is one more definition of the Nusselt number. Now, if we consider the no slip and no temperature jump condition for the very first layer, we have discussed this thing. For the first layer means y is equal to 0, right? So for the first layer, Q conduction is equal to minus Ka del T by del X, which is for the next layers, Q convection is equal to Ha delta T. So if we rearrange the terms, H is equal to minus K del T by del X, Y is equal to 0 for the first layer, and here it is temperature gradient. So this quantity, if we rearrange the term, Nusselt number may be defined as temperature gradient at surface to the. So what is the signification of Nusselt number? By value of Nusselt number, we can calculate the convective heat transfer coefficient H, and if the value of Nusselt number is high, then convective heat transfer is prominent over the heat transfer by the conduction. These are the answers of the 2 marks, means signification of Reynolds number, signification of Nusselt number, signification of Prandtl number. So you need to write answer in accordance. So here, ending this video, if you have any question, query or doubt, you may post it in comment section. Your comments are welcome. And again, don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel.